This story is taken from the Action Adventure Twins YouTube channel. Two brothers, James and Edward, have been exploring dangerous, cramped caves since early 2020, filming their adventures. Despite their accumulated experience, in March 2021, one of the brothers had a close call with death. They decided to explore the famous Pettijohn, Georgia cave. By that time, they had already visited various parts of this labyrinthine cave several times, and had even discovered an underground waterfall during a previous expedition. So they felt confident enough to overcome the challenges of the underground labyrinth. However, this time, their goal was one of the most difficult sections. Not without reason, called nervous breakdown. Something accurately describes the state of those trying to navigate it. The beginning of the expedition did not foreshadow trouble. The brothers squeezed through narrow entrance and reached the first open space of the cave. But soon the passages began to narrow again, forcing them to crawl through increasingly tight crevices. After about 25 minutes of crawling, they encountered the first serious obstacle, a muddy room with a narrow, deep pit in the middle, which they had to carefully navigate around the edge. One false step meant falling into the narrow pit with virtually no chance of rescue. The slippery walls and lack of secure footing would have made it impossible to pull the fallen man out. Having negotiated this dangerous passage, they finally reached the entrance to the infamous nerve breakdown. To their disappointment, part of the surrounding area had collapsed, making it significantly more difficult to find a safe path. The surrounding area was littered with rocks, a narrow passage, and pitch darkness. After a long search, Edward finally found the entrance and decided to descend, leaving his brother above as insurance in case of any problems. Little did he know that this decision would prove to be one of the biggest mistakes of his life. Descending a little deeper, Edward tried to contact his brother, but there was no response. Edward found himself in a nightmarish situation, lost in an unknown part of the cave without any contact with his brother. At first he tried not to panic and continued descending, still hoping to meet James somewhere ahead. However, after 30 minutes of countless searching, the reality of the situation began to dawn on him. He knew panic was the worst enemy in this situation, but his anxiety still grew with each passing minute. After numerous unsuccessful attempts to call out to Edward decided to retrace his steps, unaware of how difficult this task would seem.